Good morning students, I am Asutosh sir. So today we are going to discuss about the types of forces. There are two types of forces. One is balanced force and another is unbalanced force. In previous lecture I have discussed you about what is resultant force. So resultant force is the effective force produced by the multiple forces. So on that basis I am going to define you that balanced force and unbalanced force. So let's discuss about what is balanced force and unbalanced force. So we can write here when multiple force is acting on object but resultant force is zero. When the resultant force is zero, then it is called balanced force. When the resultant force is zero, you have to focus on this thing. Resultant force is zero. When the resultant force is zero, then it is called balanced force. And when multiple force acting on the object but resultant force is not zero, then it is called unbalanced force. When multiple force is acting on the object and its resultant force is zero, you have to focus only two things, that resultant force is zero or resultant force is not zero. If the resultant force is zero, then it will be balanced force. And if the resultant force is not zero, then it will be called unbalanced force. Again, if the force is balanced, then what is it meaning? If the force is balanced, then what is it meaning? What is the significance of balanced force? What is the significance of balanced force? You must have heard about or read about the most famous formula of force, that is equal to force equal to mass into acceleration. This is very famous formula, force is equal to mass into acceleration. So basically when the force is balanced, then net force or resultant force is zero. When force is balanced, then resultant force is zero. And from this formula, from this equation 1, we can say that if force is zero, this means acceleration is also zero. If force is zero, this means acceleration is also zero, because mass cannot be zero. Even an ant, very small ant, has little mass. Because mass can't be zero, mass cannot be zero, but there are some cases where mass can be zero, but in our case we are considering this cannot be zero. This means when force is zero, acceleration is not zero. Here I am also telling you about the cases where mass can be zero. So for light, mass is zero. But in most of the cases mass is not zero. That is why when force is zero, acceleration is zero. So what is the significance of this? The significance of this, that force is zero, acceleration is zero. And when acceleration is zero, then velocity is constant. When acceleration is zero, this means velocity is constant. Why? Because we know that acceleration is equal to change in velocity upon time. The formula of acceleration is equal to v minus u upon t, and acceleration can be understood as rate of change of velocity. It can be understood as rate of change of velocity. This means when acceleration is zero, velocity is constant. When acceleration is zero, velocity is constant. What does it mean? This means v is equal to u. This means v is equal to u. Final velocity is equal to initial velocity. Final velocity is equal to initial velocity. Final velocity is equal to initial velocity. This means if a particle is at rest, it will remain at rest. For example, if a particle is at rest, if u is 0 at rest, if particle is at rest, it will remain at rest. If a particle is at rest, it will remain at rest. And if a particle is in motion, for example, u equal to 40 meter per second, then v will be also 40 meter per second. This means if particle is moving, it will continue moving. If particle is moving, it will continue moving. If particle is moving, it will continue moving with constant velocity. Okay, thank you.